Welcome to the 90 Degrees Fightcast, Boxing for Beginners series. I'm Habib and this is Ross.
So today we're going to learn how to hold the pads for our partners. So when you work together, you can get a good workout because holding pads is an art on its own, so you've got to learn this too. So before we start, Habib punching on the pads, those of you holding the pads as you take turns, quick tips on how to hold the pads. So first thing, make sure you're in your boxing stance. So you don't want to be standing square with your feet like this. You will lose your balance as you catch punches. Alright, so you end up losing your balance. So you want to make sure you're in your boxing stance. So you get practice with your boxing stance as well. That's tip one. And tip two, have your pads in front of your face, not near your chest, not too wide. You want to simulate punching an actual person. So the pads, if they're all the way out here, that's going to be ineffective in the workout. So you want to have it close in front of your face. Thank you, Hubs. Tip three is, as your pads are high, make sure it's not back here like this near your head. Obviously you're going to get the shocks of the punches. Keep that little space. Use it like a lever. So it's tapping onto the punches. Alright. Last tip, give your partner resistance. What I mean by that is as they punch, you need to tap down on the punches very lightly, like a lever, like I said, so they get a good connect on the pads. For example, you're just going to do straight punches, Hubs, just very lightly on the pads. And as you can see, I'm just tapping these punches and rest, so it gets a good connect. If I don't do that, and I just leave the pad out here, then he's not going to get a good connect. For example, he could hyperextend his elbows, cause an injury of some sort because he's going to overstretch. Watch your elbows up. So if I don't give him resistance, you can see the pad becomes flimsy, he overextends, but if he punches normal and I just give him a little bit of resistance, you can see it's more comfortable for him, more comfortable for you to time the punches. Alright, so there are 4 tips that we want to follow through as you hold the pads. Now we're going to just demonstrate this, how to hold the pads, and you will learn all these punches as well in the future episodes, but for right now it's solely on holding the pads. This drill is going to be for that reason. Alright, so when you're in your boxing stance, just going to do straight punches, that's all. Alright, so I'm going to have my pads up to the front, and the partner with the gloves, all you're going to do very lightly, so this ain't for training purposes like to increase your stamina injuries, this is just to help your partner understand the timing of catching these punches. So the partner with the boxing gloves is just going to very lightly just throw straight punches into these pads, and the partner who's holding the pads is just going to catch these punches, learn how to just tap into them. That's all for about 10 seconds. Alright, so in your boxing stances, so here I go, my pads, elbows are in, near my face. When I say go, that's when Habib's going to go. Elbows in, and I'm in my stance, I'm ready to catch these punches. So when I say go, you're going to start with your left to the pad on the left, right to the right, continue non-stop. So 1, 2. As you can see, I'm just catching these punches very lightly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. So that kind of pace, if you're a beginner, just start with that. Just learn how to understand catching the punches, timing it right. Alright, so I hope that was useful to you. If you've got any comments about holding the pads, you want more tips, please leave a comment at the bottom.
Thank you.